What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Quick clip today specifically regarding Umbral Flames, which is a quest, well, one of two quests that you can get from the Exo Stranger on Europa. This is a weekly sort of loop that you do on your characters to unlock modifications for your Stasis power, and so obviously it's quite important to do them so you can get the additional mods that you can add onto your Stasis power. And basically how it works is you can choose two from her, like I said, weekly, and they have to be either focused, getting progress from gambit activities, progress from strike activities, or progress from crucible activities. Now, whenever you give me a choice between those three, I'm always going to take strike. So specifically what we're going to discuss here today is around if you choose them from the strike basis, right? So I think you have similar problems when it comes to doing this on Gambit and in Crucible, but I wouldn't have any experience with that because since this quest has been available, I've always been just taking, the strike one. And basically the point of frustration comes from two things, right? So firstly, the fact is that you have the second sort of quest here or step to it, which says champions defeated with stasis damage. Now that means they actually have to die to a stasis effect, so maybe your stasis super has to kill them, or you have to shoot them with a gun that does stasis damage, of which there is only one at the moment right now, which is Salvation's Grip, the grenade launcher, of course. But nonetheless, the difficulty in this quest comes from two things, right? First of all, it needs to be champions. So when I say champions, I mean like in the Nightfall, where you have champions that are either barrier champion or something like that, and you have to get the final blow on them with stasis. That's problem number one. Problem number two is generally a problem that you have with trying to do these kinds of quests in a match-made activity where you share minions, share kills with other players. So basically strikes, Gambit, Nightfalls, anything like that, where you have to get the last kill. Of course, you're competing with other people, and unless you're playing with a group of guys and there's some kind of like a fucking gentleman's agreement between you that you're going to take turns and shoot them, other guys are going to be working to kill them as well. And I mean, in their defense, they don't know that you're trying to finish a quest and that you're trying to kill these things, so they're just going to be trying to blast through the Nightfall as fast as they can, and that's a problem. So these two things make this step take a lot longer than it should, and make it very much like in our like RNG based type of situation where sometimes you get the last blow, sometimes you don't. Now, something that I've found that does help though is that what also counts as a stasis final blow is as long as you have stasis power equipped, if you basically execute a champion. And what I mean by that is, let me just play the clip here and you can see what I mean. But as you can see there, my progress on Umbral Flames at the moment is 5 out of 10, and that was after doing like 3 Nightfalls, and I was getting like super frustrated with it. So basically what you can do then is you can make sure that you have stasis equipped and that you finish the champion, and therefore that'll also register as a defeated with stasis damage. Now, there are so this is just me showing this to you. So this champion here, remember I was on 5 out of 10. So you can see I executed. I had stasis equipped, so I'm just going to pull out here so you can see. And now you'll see that basically it's gone up by 1, right? So it's 6 out of 10. So one thing that's very important to know is that not all finishes work like this, right? So only the class finishes are guaranteed to do that. As you can see, I have some other finishes as well, and some of them, in fact I think most of them, actually have an element attached to them, like for instance the spear one, which is definitely not stasis. So in those cases, if you have them all selected as favorites, then and it alternates onto one of the other finishes, then you're not going to get the kill. So just for the time that you're doing this quest, go and disable all the other ones and just favorite the class finisher, right? And so that you're always just doing that finisher when you do this. And then all you have to do is you have to, if you're the kind of player that actually does, play the champions correctly, you can break their barrier, or you can slow them or something like that. And then just make sure that you get the finisher off on them. Like this barrier servitor right here, right now, you're going to see I'm just wailing on it. And then I get the finisher. And now remember, Before I was on 6, so if I remember this footage correctly, then I should have been going to 7 now. There we go. So as you can see, it's not that it makes it like easier per se, but it's definitely, I think, more you know, something like achievable and doable than, you know, trying the whole just blasting it down and then trying to hit something with an ultimate or something and kill it like that, because that generally doesn't happen. And like I said, you can't predict how other players are gonna, you know, play the champions and do that. So here again, you can see I'm just pushing it down and execute. I actually think that guy was doing the same strategy, because it looked like he was trying to also execute it there. But there you can see I've got 8 out of 10. So yeah, this basically I found that this is the easiest way for me to do it. Once I started doing it this way, I was actually able to knock it out in my remaining 5. I was able to do them all just within the one nightfall I was in. Specifically, this nightfall I think has 6, no, I think it's even 7 champions in. So if you know, if you do 2 of them, which you have to do in any case, if you want to finish your nightfall, you know, activity in general for the week, then you could possibly, you know, knock this out. But yeah, that's the way that I found to do this easier. It is a bit of an asshole quest. I understand that it's even more difficult for Gambit and Crucible, so hopefully this method makes you pick the strike version and do it that way. Either which way, feel free to comment if you have any hints of your own and mention them below the video, or, you know, anything else that you might want to see in Destiny. Thank you very much for watching. Thanks for following, subscribing, liking the videos, and have a good morning, have a good day wherever you are, and cheers.